Sean, I think we are good. We can get started.
Okay, perfect. As I was saying, we appreciate everyone joining us today. We're going to be looking at e-commerce marketing automation and real success stories. My name is Sean. I am a seasoned CRO specialist with expertise in optimizing conversions. Satish here is our CEO at the Commerce Shop. He has over 17 years of industry experience, and he's an expert at excelling in data-driven marketing strategies.
That sounds good. Hi, guys.
Today, we're going to be going over, like I said, the e-commerce marketing automation. We're going to do an introduction, then dive into why e-commerce marketing automation matters. From there, we'll look at some marketing insights and dive into the growth of e-commerce automation. Then we'll drill down into the latest industry trends. Sorry, I'm stuttering today. After that, we're going to look at some real success stories. The proof is in the pudding. We'll focus on some key takeaways for you and then highlight how to get started. And we're going to hold the Q&A until the end of this webinar. If you do have any questions that pop up in the meantime, please feel free to put them in the chat. We'll either address them at the time or circle back to them at the end.
I think in case if you have any questions, always ask the questions. But I hope we both are audible to you guys. Just type yes if we are audible and loud enough for you guys.
Yes, please. Let us know
Right.
if we are experiencing any technical difficulties.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, good. Like I said, you can look at the introduction. So e-commerce marketing automation, what is it? So the automation is the use of technology and software to streamline, personalize, and optimize marketing tasks. It's helping brands engage customers, boost conversions, and increase revenue effortlessly. Okay, and people look at this and like, why does it matter? What does it mean to me? Well, it's going to save you time and resources. It's going to help boost your conversions and sales. And then as an offshoot of that, it's going to help reduce cart abandonment. It's going to improve customer retention and loyalty. It also increases accuracy and reduces human error. And it enhances the personalization and customer experience. So if you think about marketing emails that you get, you can tell ones that are just generally written, no personal information about you. It's just a one shot all to like any consumer that they have. It doesn't really speak to you. It doesn't relate to you. With the automation, when you automate it, think about it. If you're taking the personal data, you're customizing your emails, you're customizing your outreach, you're speaking to each individual buyer, you're grasping their attention, and you're bringing them back to your e-commerce site. And then looking at some marketing insights, what does that mean for us? So e-commerce brands that use automation to drive engagement, they're seeing 79% increase. Also, companies that are doing this, they're seeing a 40% increase in revenue from automated email flows, and 75% of consumers prefer brands with personalized communication. So there's numbers to back up those facts. And with this, I'm going to hand it over to Satish, and he will drive the rest of the webinar.
All right. Sean, thanks for that. So guys, the other important thing, I think the automation is a key element now, because if you look at it, whatever happening around the market and everywhere, with after the introduction of LLM, ChatGPT, there's so much automation and so much AI is used in the business, and it is the latest trend. If you look at it, even e-commerce business is being trying to take use of this big opportunity, and that's driving the future. The AI, LLM-based AI and machine learning is driving most of the new initiatives like dynamic pricing, predictive analytics, or omnichannel automation. All these things, it's been driven by these new advancement. The previous version of AI is more of a rule-based one where you need to set every rules by yourself. and the system reacts in a certain way. But with this LLM, things are changing rapidly. The system can make the decision along with the automation. That's going to be the new future, and that's what is going to be the new trend, and the business can take a big use of this opportunity. So the first thing I would say is the one that is going to be driven is going to be the dynamic pricing automation. So previously it used to be depending upon the time of the year, you can set the dynamic pricing, or if you use any uh, Amazon's based repricing model, you can adjust your price in real time. But with this new trend of AI LLM based approach, you can dynamically change the pricing depending upon the users and their need. Like if the user is of your loyal customers, you can give a different pricing. And if he is the first time user, and if you want to attract him to the at least make a purchase, you can give him a different pricing. So even a geolocation based, or even the discounts that you are giving to your customers can be based on the user profile and the intent of the user. You can automate these things, and it is significantly improving the conversions. Like we have seen, it's improving the profit margin, because at the end of the day, you don't need to give too much discounts to everyone. Like in general, the current systems work like this. They give uh, a 15% flat for everyone who signs up. That doesn't require anymore. Like some customers only needed 15%, the first time buyers. A loyal customers, they might be okay with 10%. So you can decide, maybe you can give 15% to your loyal customers and 10% to your first time buyers. Something you can mix and match and make your profit margin to improve. That's a simple technique. You can do a lot of improvement on your profit margin. Again, if the pricing or the discount is engaging enough, there is an impulse buying offer, like people can buy with the discounts. So we always require you to set your price depending upon the market's pricing and depending upon the loyalty of your customers. So there has to be a system that needs to be automated. This cannot be humanly possible to be driven. So it has to be automated in many ways. So that's the first approach we do. And obviously, the next one will be the predictive analytics. Like most of the analytics tool these days are becoming more AI driven. So that's again, that is the basic foundation for e-commerce. We highly recommend. You need to have a pretty good customer database with analytics. If you have any CRM, try to implement that CRM with a basic analysis. Understand your customers' intent, and you need to have a dynamic segmentation of your customers, and you need to have an identify the risk kind of customers, like who are about to leave you. Those kind of customers you need to spot them. So yeah, good analytics with the CRM is a must for all e-commerce business to scale. So, and AI is again going to play a big role, is playing a big role there. So most of the CRM these days are supporting the automation. So the dynamic segmentation, all these things needs to be implemented. Um, so again, the way that why we do all these things, you can understand your customers so that you can give a better discounts or better product recommendations. Overall, if you look at it, you can see an improvement on your customer's lifetime value. I believe, is there anybody using Salesforce or any good CRM? Just type in on the chat, please. Um, any good CRM or analytics that you guys are currently using? Pipe Drive. That's good. Any other CRM? HubSpot. Okay. Those are great. I think you should also try the Salesforce CRM. It is a little bit pricey, but it has all these dynamic segmentation, all these things. HubSpot also, of course, do all these things. All right. And social commerce automation. See, with the recent TikTok, again, whether TikTok is good for US or bad, but there is a trend there. If you look at it, last year in 2024, 600 billion e-commerce purchases happened through TikTok shop and Instagram shops. So that's a big insight, and that's how the trend is. So it is highly important to make your products available in these social channels. Set up a shop in TikTok or Instagram. Dynamically send your product listings, product tagging, or if you can run any automated ads to the people who are showing interest in products similar to what you sell. That's an highly important one, because really there is a big opportunity for many e-commerce companies. The traditional approach of driving traffic to your website through Google and the other channels is one way, but people are looking out your products in these channels, and they are making decisions of purchasing on these platforms is highly happening right now. So if you have not utilized, or if you have not done any social media shops, I mean the setting up the shops in these social media channels, we highly recommend that. All these are completely automated, so you don't need to spend a lot of time directly listing your product. Setting up a shop is pretty easy nowadays. So we highly recommend you to take that opportunity, take care of this opportunity. So, and again, this is again a way of even if you want users to come to your site also, this is important. People will find your product by when they are browsing some random content, they'll find your product. They can research about your product, and if they like it, they would make a purchase. And if any influencer, if you can approach, you can do that. They can drive more revenue. But overall, this is another channel, like how Amazon marketplaces and channel, you can definitely implement the social commerce channel for your business. Any questions? All right, I don't see any questions. So the next one, obviously, the AI-powered chatbots and virtual assistants. That's again an important element for automation, because with AI, the LLM-based chats is becoming critical. You don't need a full-time support agent to handle your customer support queries, because what we have seen with our customers is whenever you have provide a better customer service, whenever that too, if you are selling an complex product that is not a commodity kind of thing, they need to interact with your customer support team. If you can provide the visitors with instant responses about their solve their questions, there is a very high chance of conversions. So, but again, you have a limitations. You cannot have a full-time resource 24 bar 7 supporting your customer support platform. So it is highly recommended at least these basic frequently asked questions, product suggestions, and the product returns. These things you can make it automated, and these chatbots are very cheap right now, and you can easily integrate with any open AI or Llama LLMs, so that it can automatically recommend the best products based on the customer's questions. All these things can be automated. It will respond it like a real user. So again, this is a way of improving conversions also. Again, you cannot manually do all these things. We highly recommend this kind of virtual assistants. And as I said, an instant response improves the customer's satisfactions, reduce your human workload, and improve better personalized suggestions based on the customer behavior. Is anybody using any chatbot, any AI-based chatbot on your site? Just type yes with name, something like that. Okay, not yet. All right. I hope nobody is using it. That's what I could understand. Gorgeous. That's good one, Gary. All right. And the next one is mostly the abandoned cart recovery. Mostly, many would be using Klaviyo. So setting up this automated follow-ups is the last, like I would say, like the previous version of AI does this, like triggered emails, all these things. With the new trend is you can provide some dynamic pricing or dynamic discounts in the email or dynamic recommendations for your customers. That's the new trend. People should adapt for it. Those kind of dynamic and AI-based incentives is getting part of many emails these days. Depending upon the user profile, you can provide these kind of things. Those kind of automations are again highly improve your conversion rates. So if you have not tried it out, please try to implement that. Klaviyo has those kind of features. If you're not having Klaviyo, we can also recommend some cheaper alternative solutions. You can go for it. As I said, the why it matters is it will going to improve your lost revenue. The more you follow up with your customers, like nobody is going to buy on your site on the first time. So if you are following up multiple locations with a very attractive pricing, very specialized for them, there's a very high chance for conversion. So in general, there is always going to be a 70% cart abandonment rate. So 70 to 80% of cart abandonment rate. So there is a very high chance if you can capture at least 10% of the market with this dynamic automation, you can see a significant improvement on your revenue. And the other important aspect is subscription-based automation. So on subscription, like it's not will be available for all business types, but businesses who sell food products or drinks or any replenishable products, they should definitely implement the subscription model. If you are not doing it, you are losing a big chunk of revenue. If your customer if you know them that they are going to buy your products every month, why would you make them to take the step and make them to come to your site every month and place an order? It would be easier for them to subscribe to your product, and it is going to create an automated billing for you, automatic order placement, everything will be automated. And you can also reward your customers like, hey, get a 10% discount if you subscribe to our platform or subscribe to the product. People would be happy to do that because they get 10% cheaper and they would be ready to share that. So, and again, doing these things manually is not possible, like connecting with your loyal customer, asking them to place the order every month. You don't need to do it. So many platforms are available in the market that can take care of this. This tool can provide you the like a steady flow of cash flow on your business. That's most important for any business these days. And again, it improves your customer loyalty. They'll be happy to be with you for a longer time. And the other important thing is definitely the loyalty program automation. So whenever you set up a rule, in general, AI-based systems like the previous versions, they try to track your customer. Then you manually create the customer segments every now and then you segment them. But with this new approach of AI-based segment, uh, there are dynamic customer segments these AI systems can itself generate. Like they might be a loyal customer, some would be a window shopper, some would be um, they would be buying only on the discounts, discount shoppers. So these kind of dynamic automations you can roll it out these days, and that is very critical for an good loyal customers of you. So it's again you can retain them, you can send them some dynamic coupon codes. These things you cannot do it manually. The coupon codes can be sent manually, but you can set rules how you wanted, what would be the maximum percentage you are ready to give a discount. Then the system can definitely help you in creating those kind of rewards program for these customers. Again, these things, it matters because it improves your customers relationship, boosts your retention, and it drives higher engagement on your website. All right, any questions? All right, and meanwhile, guys, we are recording this webinar, and we'll be sending you this webinar along with this presentation, along with the recordings by tomorrow. So, um, any questions, you can also reach out to us later or watch this webinar also later. But yeah, so the next other important thing is retargeting. So um, the retargeting is an important element, but many customers are missing out. They are just doing it with Google retargeting these days. Google is having so much of customers, and they are not doing the retargeting in an effective way, in my opinion. You have to do retarget in social, LinkedIn, and other big platforms. You need to do it, which Google doesn't have inventory in those channels. So, because nobody is going to buy on your first time they come to your site, they needs to be retargeted. They, at least a user has to see your brand 7 times before they recognize your brand and make a purchase. So you need to have this kind of dynamic ad retargeting options across the platforms. Um, so try to have an dynamic retargeting ads possible. That is possible with Criteo. You can do dynamic ad contents, and please take advantage of that, because the cost of bringing a new visitors to your site is very high, but bringing a retargeted ad users is pretty cheap. So try to take advantage of that. If you are not doing it, definitely your user should be retargeted in social media platforms. That is highly critical, because at YouTube, all these platforms you need to do. And we are also recommending to run OTT platform ads. Like these days, people are visiting your site on their computer or mobile. You can retarget those users through like when they are watching Hulu or any other TV channels, like ad-based OTT platforms. You can run dynamic ads to them. So at least it creates a recognition about your brand. And there are some platforms like Vibe we recommend to run these kind of retargeted TV ads. That's highly important to do it if you are looking to improve your conversion and if you're looking to improve your brand visibility. Again, overall, it will improve you the targeted messaging and improve your customers' loyalty. All these things, it can matters. And the other important thing is AI automation based A/B testing. See, with Clarity, I don't know how many guys are using Clarity and other platforms like Lucky Orange, analyzing your session recordings and your forms and all these things are right now done by the AI itself. Like it has started giving insights, and based on the insights, you can start making some A/B testing on your website. Currently, there are no platforms that does dynamic A/B testing. At least with these automation informations, you can start running better A/B testings on your website, because when you get an AI-based insights from these platforms, you can start running A/B testing based on that. But in future, we strongly believe there will be like AI based A/B testings would be available. Like you will have, hey, we feel run this test, A/B test 1, A/B test 2, something like that. You can easily allow that test to happen. That's what we feel there should be a platform, but right now it's not there. But at least on the analysis side, there are automations available which you can use and do the A/B testing based on that. Again, these things would obviously improve the ROI from ads, and also you can understand how your users are behaving on your website, so how they react to the changes that you make on the site. All right. Before we jump, I see a question, I think. Um, there's a question. Does Google ranking impact AI-based content? That's a good question. So it, at least from Google, they are saying they will have a significant impact on AI-based content, but it's true, but it is not widely, we have not seen that has impacted many sites. But as per Google's analysis, recommendation, don't do AI-based content. Try to do manual written content, all these things. But at least you can use AI to get ideas and have a human in the loop to rewrite it in a better way and then present it, or write an idea in draft with human and then make AI to uh, make it better. Something like that, if you can do, that would be good. Just relying on AI, just churning out the contents, I think it will make a big impact. So if you have a human in the loop with AI, I don't think you'll have any issues, but otherwise, it will be an issue. At least not now, you have not seen an impact, but that's what they are saying, that they are going to impact the sites that are highly creating AI-based contents without even adding any value to the site. Good question. So the other important aspect is AI for review and sentiment analysis. Again, for small customers, it may not be useful. Like uh, most of the e-commerce companies, they are sending out an after purchase email to collect reviews these days. That's good. But in case if you can also analyze what kind of messaging people are saying, what is their sentiment? Are they very angry about your products, or they are not happy with anything? You can understand it. You can also search in Google or in other review platforms about your products and company. You can do that. You don't need to manually do every month, do all these things. If you can set up an automation that can crawl your reviews in Google and review platforms along with your customers, reviews from Yotpo or JudgeMe or other platforms, you can understand your customers' feedback and make an improvement on your business. That's again, it is most important when customers are giving you review. It's a way to make your business better with those kind of comments. So this again improves your customer satisfaction. You can also improve your product positioning and loyalty, everything you can improve. So an AI automation is highly recommended on this platform. All right. The next one is on what we see AI automation is useful is the content creation. As I said, you can create content with AI, but the human element is most important. So you can create meta titles, meta tags with all these things. But having an human element to review those things and publish it on your website. Just don't use AI automation. Have a human element. So if you are writing in the previous, at least before ChatGPT, you might be writing 6 hours or 8 hours to write a content. You can now make it to come under 3 hours. You can write a content. But if you write just AI, create it in 5 minutes, it will have a significant impact in the future. So that's what we recommend. So, but now you, with the same user, you can create more contents. Your knowledge base will be much bigger because you can research all those things in just 10 minutes. You can understand about your business, understand about the topic in a very few minutes. You can do that. So those kind of things AI can help, and it also helps in content creation and SEO optimization overall, right? And obviously, this is the best one. If you look at AI automation, product recommendations, obviously you cannot recommend products for each user, their interest. So you need to go for an AI-driven recommendations based on the user segment, based on the products they have added to the cart. So the dynamic product recommendation is highly critical. So if you have not used it, try to use some platforms in Shopify itself. You look at it, there's so many product recommendations. We also have our own product called Conversion Box that can do all these things. It's the most critical. Again, people who come to your site, if they add an item to the cart, at least 5% of the customers would make a purchase through your product recommendations or frequently bought together section. So we highly recommend, if you have not implemented this feature in an AI-based format, try to implement that. You can see a significant improvement, at least 5% improvement in conversions, and that 5% would be good to play these tools. It will be a fraction of cost to get those tools. So again, these kind of recommendations would improve your average order value, the customer engagement, all these things it can do. Even the next recommendation, like dynamic bundles, which we call the frequently bought together section. Most of the companies are not using these sections effectively. That's again a big no. We should take advantage of these dynamic bundles and start recommending uh, the frequently bought together on the product page, on the cart page, all these things. You can also provide a discounted pricing when they buy it together. So all these things makes a big sense. Like 5 to 10% of your order value can easily improve by implementing these tools. If you have any struggles, we would be happy to help you with this. Our product conversion box can easily solve these problems for you guys. Any questions? All right. Again, this is most important one, AI-driven demand forecasting. So if you are trying to drive traffic to your website, or if you are trying to bid on Google Ads, all these things, first you need to understand what could be the demand that is for your products. You can do an AI-driven demand forecasting these days to understand what is the market need, what could be your real-time inventory, all these things. Depending upon those data, you can set up a budget, because you don't want a customer to come to your site or visitor to come to your site to find an out-of-stock product. That too, you would have paid a significant of money to Google to drive the traffic. So if you do the demand forecasting properly, you can better create an campaigns. What would be the budget you can run an ads? All these things you can plan. So, and also you can reduce your inventory. You don't need to buy a lot, all these things. So try to have an automated AI-driven demand forecasting platforms for your business. At least, yeah, there are some SaaS-based platforms do this at least monthly once to give you an idea of what's going on. All right. With that, we will move on to the real-time customer success stories. Any questions? All right. So the next one, again, for AC Direct, we were using an social commerce. The team implemented it, and they have seen an improvement on the AC Direct's conversions and engagements overall through dynamic ad contents, all these things. This is one success story we can recommend. Um, Similarly, BioOptimal was struggling with customer retention and low repeat purchase. We implemented subscriptions-based loyalty program, and we could see an increase in the subscription renewals and customer lifetime value with that. And we are also trying to implement Abersham Candle with social commerce platform. We have helped them with site setup. We help them on the Amazon. We are also trying to recommend them, work with them on the social commerce, and we can again, overall, our goal was the significant improvement. We wanted to see a significant improvement on the revenue from social media channels. And for Starbucks, we are seeing an the predictive analytics. We are trying to use it for them, and our goal is to also improve and increase in open rates, all these things. So we're trying to we help their customers on implementing the AI-based recommendations in their email channels, and as a result, we could see an improvement on the email open rates and customer retentions. We're also implementing the retargeting ads for them. Any questions? AI chat tools, I would say you can use a conversion box tool, or you can try. You said you all. The question is, what are the AI chat tools available for Shopify? You can use conversion box, or you can use. You're already. You said you're using Gorgias. Um, there is another one for called even Freshdesk and Zendesk. You can try that. Freshdesk or Zendesk, you can try it out. Good question. So, and the other one is Silver Sky Imports. We used an AI tool to analyze the market trends and do the demand forecasting so that they can stop producing, because they were getting a lot of customer visitors coming to the site with an out of stock products. So we implemented the AI driven demand forecasting to avoid the overstock issues. All right. And so similarly for Dawson Jones also, we are using Clarity, an AI-based, like at least it's giving insights to optimize their conversions. But our expectation is to have an AI-driven A/B testing itself completely, but with at least AI-based analysis, we implemented many A/B testing changes, and we could see an improvement on at least an 18% improvement on the conversion rates. Right. So I think our key takeaway for this overall presentation would be this: AI is changing the e-commerce business significantly in the recent times, and it is going to go pretty big in the next 2-3 years. So if you have not taken advantage of the AI-driven personalization or dynamic pricing, the social commerce, all these things, please try to take advantage of it. We also provide an audit for all the customers who are attending this webinar. So we highly recommend you to take that audit, see where do you stand, what kind of automations you can bring to the business. So I'm just posting the link for the audit page. So try to take advantage of that audit page. Try to take up the free e-commerce automation audit so that we can highly recommend you where you can save money or where you can take big opportunities like these kind of social commerce, all these things we can recommend. So with that, we are close to the end. I have posted the link on the chat for everyone, so try to please take an advantage of that automation audit. But is there any other questions for you guys? I hope we made everyone in a much useful way about these tools and at least the ideas. So hope to see you in another good webinar. So thank you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.